Hello everyone, this is Gamer Busa and these are the book recommendation for independent reading for my, if I will recommend for my students. So especially with students with special needs. So the first one is The Rabbit and the Tortoise. So I will read this for you before I explain why I choose this to recommend it to them. So, once upon a time, there was a rabbit and a tortoise. They were good friends. They used to meet always and play every day. And the rabbit always boasted that he could run faster than the tortoise. So, they decided to have a race. They chose a starting and finishing point. The rabbit ran really fast and soon left the tortoise far behind. He thought that tortoise is too slow and he can rest for a while. So he stopped under a tree and went to sleep. Meanwhile, tortoise kept walking the whole time and reached the winning point. When the rabbit woke up, he saw that tortoise has already won the race. So, why I recommend this story, because I want my student to look into the brighter side despite of the disabilities they have, impairment, learning disabilities that make them slower than their classmates. So I want them to remind that they can reach the goal that they wanted to if they keep moving forward. Keep moving forward until they reach their goal. Just like tortoise. Tortoise, he knows he's capable of. He knows that he's slow, but if he continues to walk slowly and slowly until he reached the goal, then he won. Okay, so that's why I will recommend this for them to encourage them to do not self-pity or boast their self-esteem. Okay, right. So the next one is that, oh, sorry, is The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So I will just read the summary or synopsis. Yeah. It's a new school year and Greg Heffley finds himself thrust into middle school, where undersized weaklings share the hallways with kids who are taller, meaner, and already shaving. The hazards of growing up before you're ready are uniquely revealed through words and drawings as Craig records them in his diary. Well, one of the good things about this Diary of a Wimpy Kid, so because why I will recommend this for their independent reading, because the vocabulary use of the story of this book is so simple, easily, and the children can easily understand. And of course the drawing is like a pencil, drawn by a pencil, so it's like catchy for the children for elementary grade. And then this the story is all about the problem of Greg is about social issues. It's more on he faced problems in his house, in their home, and also he faced problems inside in their school. So he had he has that problem, same as with the with my students, my future students, or everyone who read the diary of this diary will of course relate, because of the social issues he faced. And then one thing that they will learn also that even though Greg is a wimpy, lazy, he still have a big dreams. Of course, he has a big dreams that even though the questionnaire of their school of what they will that he would be like when he grow up, he will be a clerk, but he has a big dream that he wants to be a billionaire. So that's what I want them to, when they read this book, I want they can relate of the situation of Greg who is lazy, who is a weakling, because his classmate, he always got bullied. It's not because even though he have no disabilities, but of his skinny type kid or weakling. Tama ba? So that's it. So I recommend this because I know my students will relate to the story. It has social issues from home to school, and then they will see how the development of Greg, his how he wants to be famous. He do everything to get noticed by everyone until he find himself dreaming to be a millionaire, even though the questionnaire of school about what he would be like when he grow up is to be a clerk, right? So that's it. And then the last one is The Adventures of Captain Underpants. So I will read the synopsis. That's why. The Adventure of Captain Underpants is the first novel of the 10-part Captain Underpants series. The book was originally published in hardcover by the Blue Sky Press in 1997. So the novel is considered appropriate for grades 2 to 5, ages 7 to 10. The Adventures of Captain Underpants is about George Bird and Harold Hutchins, who are constantly pulling pranks in school, but also make and distribute their Captain Underpants comics. Mr. Crook, the principal of Jerome Hortwitz's elementary school, dislikes children, but especially George and Harold. After the two friends take their pranks too far, Mr. Crook blackmails them into doing whatever he wants, or they risk expulsion. In order to get back at Mr. Crook, George and Harold hypnotize him and turn him into Captain Underpants. Without reading the directions, they pour water on his head to eventually pull him out of his hypnotized state. But they'll never know that this action causes the hypnotized individual to go in and out of character when they hear fingers snapping. And also, when the fingers snapping execute, he will say, tra-la-la. So, the book is, though, it's controversial because I don't know when it banned. I forgot what they banned the book from the store because it has many misspelled words, and also the children are the children are being disrespectful to their teacher. So that's why it get banned. But however, there are many who requested about this book, so it went to the main store maybe. So that's why I recommend this book because of because when I when I read about the author has this ADHD and I forgot the dyslexia. He has this he has diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia, and he said that when he get bored, he wrote the comic. So and then he create the Captain Underpants series. So I recommend this book because this is more on catching the interest of the student. Though despite of some misspelled words there, just to get it's just like a word play, and then I want to get the student get interest, especially students with the ADHD, so they get they get uh, most of children with ADHD get most attached of these stories because of like it's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy. The stories are funny. It's so much interesting going on the stories, and then of course it's funny. So whoever thought that their principal would be the Captain Underpants without him knowing. No, he doesn't even realize that he is a hero. And then when he was bored with water, he came back to his old self, who is grumpy, who disliked children. And then, but with just a snap, he became an instant hero in their neighborhood. So that's why I will recommend this for to catch the interest of the students. The story is catchy, so I think I would the parents or other teacher, I would say that they would guide the students of the events of the story. Because yes, there are some that they would talk back to their teacher. They would laugh to their teacher, especially with when their Professor Poopy Pants, they laugh at his name. It's not good, but yeah, but they need a parental guidance, of course. So that's it, because I want to recommend this because this is funny, catchy. This is fantasy. So the issue here is this is a fantasy. This is a fantasy where the students can laugh because of the funny event that happened there. Especially when there's a laugh, the spelling of laugh. So that's all. I think so. I will recommend these are the books that I will recommend in my independent for my students, book recommendation for my students in their independent reading. So the tortoise and the rabbit and the tortoise, wimpy kid who have these social issues from schools, and then to their home, and also Captain Underpants, just to catch the interest of the students. Then until when they get interested in it, they will look for another stories. Because these are the 10 series, and then maybe, hopefully, that if they became habit to they have this habit to read, they will read another stories, another genre. Okay. So thank you, and God bless to all. Thank you.